Whoa. Whoa. It's the illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. What's going on? Let's see, dude. Just see what's going on. Chit-chatting amongst yourself. I see. What's cracking? Up 608 TTTV is out already. Boom. Gone. What's up? How's the mountain biking? Good one today, man. Actually, a full adventure today, dude. Just started working for a surfboard shaper. Good for you, Caleb. Wear your particle mask. How's California? It's a wasteland. Don't come to California unless you want your rights taken away. The leftists have taken this place over. They're turning it into a feces-ridden hypodermic needle contamination zone. Yeah, I love those taxes. I was just checking out Gavin Newsom. So the hot new thing, so in California, they just signed some new law out of the blue where they changed the time that school starts in the morning. They pushed it back. Like now it starts later. Everybody's like, what? Like, what? Yeah, just all of a sudden I signed a law like school starts later now. Yeah, we don't hype any of that Proud Boy stuff, dude. I'm gonna put you on a timeout, dude. We're not touching anything that kook Gavin McGinnis has anything to do with, man. So yeah, they passed this new law all of a sudden where it's school starts later for all the kiddies, which they didn't bother to take into consideration any of the parents and all this stuff. And they passed 15 new gun laws to restrict your Second Amendment rights. And, you know, just that kind of stuff. The never-ending and then they passed this new one where if you're a freelance writer, you can only write 35 articles a year. How's that for all you freelance writers in California? Your scene got jacked up. So and then today, what else was today? So I might just go on. Those of you who are smoking the dope weed, you're being conned. So I went down. I hadn't been to Camarillo for a while up in so I went to Camarillo today to get a bike tire patch kit, and there's just fields of marijuana plants, right? And the hottest is there's signs next to these giant fields. I mean, fields as far as the eye can see. That corporate weed, man. Well, you thought that stuff you were smoking wasn't pumping the man. I know those fields up there. They're all getting sprayed with God knows what, man. It is not organic. It is heavily counted. I actually saw a tractor spraying stuff on. But anyway, so the first thing you'll notice is right on the side of the road, the signs say, this is no way. These are hemp plants, no THC. And they're full like budding bushes. And again, it's the ignorant thing of it's not hemp. It's obvious that it's marijuana, but it claims it has no THC. And so I'm thinking either it's the whole con job of the corporate marijuana, or it's the CBD. And then I was like, man, is the CBD being infiltrated with this genetically modified crop. So I guess what I'm giving you a heads up, all you marijuana advocates out there. I just drove by the fields up there in Camarillo and Oxnard, and it's not organic. I'll tell you that much. And it's 100% genetically modified. So I don't know about the CBD and all this stuff, but man, you better check your labels. And I'm telling you, if you're out smoking the weed and it didn't come from a seed that you personally planted in the ground at this point, you are facilitating the New World Order's clampdown of your reality with your bong hits and your dabs and your wax and whatever it is. So enough of that, man. I just want you guys to know that you're smoking the man. The man, you're financing the man with your marijuana nowadays. Unless you're growing it yourself, or you know the person who's growing it, you are financing the man's operation to keep you down. And the ironic thing is, like, I was thinking about this with all the global warming freaks and weirdos. Why is it hemp growing everywhere? Why are we not using industrial hemp? Why are not the fields? Why are we still growing corn for ethanol and not hemp for clothings and resins? So yeah, just, that was what I was thinking about on my way to get a tire patch kit today. Was like, wow, there's the utter abomination of the freedom farmers right there. Think about how many independent marijuana farmers up in Northern California and Central California are now probably going broke. So I've never been a legalized pot kind of guy. I've always thought it was this con job. I've always been like, it doesn't need to be legalized because it's always been legal. What it should have always been was decriminalized. See, it shouldn't have, like how they did, this is how they did the circle jerk on everybody. Instead of decriminalizing it, they did the slippery, like, oh, medical weed and then legal weed, so that the corporations could take over the weed market and put all the freedom farmers out of business. You see, if they had just decriminalized it, all the freedom farmers would still be in business. But see, they had to get the infrastructure of the corporate Borg involved first. So anyway, keep smoking the man's weed, man. And I just want to say this, just fuck China. China, just China. Hey, China. That from America to you. And that's my profanity for the evening. So, Island Ryland, I was riding my bike up the hill today and your name popped up in my brain for some reason. I was like riding and all of a sudden, Island Ryland, I just had this like rhythm going in my head for like a switchback. And so, yeah. So yeah, I hope all you guys loving your round ball NBA China program. Just supporting China through the NBA. Yeah, I know. Half the stuff I own has made in China printed on it, so I have to cop to that. And LeBron. Yeah, LeBron's a hero to nobody, dude. I've already used my profanity quotient for that guy, but just rewind that and insert LeBron James where China goes, dude. And let's hail South Park. Let's just give South Park 23 years into the game, and they don't care. And you know what? I'll give Quentin Tarantino a thumbs up too for not re-editing his movie so he could sell it in China. And has everyone noticed the worldwide breakout of civil disobedience from Chile to Catalonia to Hong Kong? It's people are waking up as America goes to sleep, dude. As America falls quickly into its slumber, and we begin to embrace the communist ideology in the name of corporate healthcare. Please take my God-given American rights and let's trade them for like super high medical costs. Yeah. Here, you know where your stoners are at? They're on timeout. How about that? Don't forget, man. Don't forget to tip your talker. Tip your talker. And yeah, so we got all that going on. I think that's entertaining. I don't know if you guys caught my yeah, don't forget to put your thumbs up down there. We aren't giving Rogan any more attention, dude. Get Barcelona was sketchy, dude. I've been really digging in on the whole Tartaria thing, the false narrative. I've really been enjoying it. I'm getting into those old Runman 2020, dude. That's right. We need Runman 2020. Nothing to see here. That's right. So, yeah, we're here on a Saturday night, tuning in for a little bit. Figured I'd see how this is going. Malibu Skate Park 2020, it is coming. We will be grinding some metal coping in May. It looks like, for sure. The majority of China knows nothing about Tiananmen Square. You mean the 10,000 people turned into pie? The 10,000 people turned into pie. You read the actual horrific story of Tiananmen. Here, let's go. Let's have a downer for a moment. Let's just get super dark and downer for a moment. So when they were coming into Tiananmen Square, right? There was that whole thing. That whole Tiananmen Square was full of people. So they came with the armored personnel carriers, and they hit those people at like 45 miles an hour, man. And the dudes driving it was this regiment of cuckoo for Cocoa Puff killers, dude, from some province in northern China, I think. And so the people thought, the young people there thought they would just link arms. But, what are you going to do? A 45 mile an hour wave of armored personnel carriers come and just grind you into what they called pudding pie. They ground up the 10,000 people in pie. And then the hottest part was they just fully scooped them all up into piles, lit it on fire, and then washed the ashes down the sewers. That's what the Chinese are all about. And it's coming to a neighborhood near you if we let these lunatics get in charge. You know do people understand that the communists have all been financed by international bankers, right? That people understand that's the twist. Is the international bankers are the ones who finance all of these communist revolutions. I mean, I don't think people truly understand that those guys who went in and overthrew the Bolsheviks were totally financed by the guys in small hats. But, whatever. The Zionists running the thing aren't Zionist Jews, by the way, dude. Halai Hajo. The Zionists hide behind that moniker. The Zionists are their own dudes. So we can keep the conversation clear. The power went out and Newsom signed over 20 new laws. I know. The Newsom's out of control, but that's this weird thing. And I read an interesting thing the other day that I don't know how to put it. Was the number of people that voted Republican voted for Trump in the last election in California equaled the next like 3 states combined or something? It's some weird thing of how many people actually voted for Trump in the state of California is pretty like large. And it gets sort of downplayed a little bit, like because California is a Democratic state, and so they make a big deal of it. But a huge number of Californians actually voted for the Orange Man. Now I'm not. Andrew Yang's a scammer, dude. By the way, he's a full shill. I'm a Tulsi guy. All right, dude. Curly, you're on timeout. In fact, you're banned now. I'm gonna put you on timeout. See if you can get your manners back, dude. Modesto. The illusion's big in Modesto. I love that, dude. Yeah, Tulsi. The serious stuff's interesting, man. Now talk about a hornet's nest. Yeah, I'm with you. But hey, look, you can't win them all with all these people, dude. Hey. I just like her because she's getting blackballed by the system. That's my number one reason of an enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know what I'm saying? An enemy of my enemy is my friend. Syrian girl. She's got bad audio quality. She's like unlistenable too. Yeah, I think that the Tulsi's Hanson. Oh, you were up in Minnesota. You were at that melee? Nice. Minnesota. Well, because, dude, look, as a realist, as a human being, like the Democrats haven't done anything to make our country better in the last 3 years. I would gladly swing blue if they even tried to save like an acre of land. If they like added like 5 acres of land to a wilderness area, I'd be like, you guys are doing something. They haven't done anything, like nothing to show. If they control the House of Representatives, they haven't done anything, like nothing. It's mind blowing, and I think everybody's getting pretty hip to it. I think it's everyone's getting pretty hip to it. So I ain't no Trump supporter either, man. Dude, you realize that dude's a full con job, right? Like it's the worst of, what do they say? It's like the worst of a bad choice, the best of a bad choice. He's totally gonna, dude, you wait and see. That dude's gonna be the dude that takes away all the guns, dude. And we're gonna be like, what? But I'm telling you, dude, I'm not surprised. He's an orange entity. Yeah, dude. Well, the dumb bump stock thing, dude. That's not, I don't consider that an infringement of the Second Amendment on any level. The bump stock thing, nah. That's some add-on, dude. That and the people get so weird about the bump stock thing. You want to talk about the red flag law stuff, dude? All day long, dude. I will gladly go crazy. Yeah, but everyone's like, the bumps. Who cares, dude? It's like, so what, dude? And that's another red herring thing. That's a psyop too. What? By the way, whatever did happen in Las Vegas, dude? Does any conclusions? Anyone? It's very interesting. The no bump stock, dude. No one had ever heard of a bump stock until that stuff went down in Vegas, dude. Well, we don't need to have you here anymore either, dude. How about that? How about we put you on a timeout? I talk about whatever I want to talk about, dude. Curd 15. It's all a psyop, dude. We got that, dude. It's all a psyop. So what? I could just turn this all off and go back to making Lego models too. You know. Llama, you're all right, dude. Biker Benny's got the triple X, dude. Who cares? It doesn't matter. He was a CIA shill. So I've been getting. This is my thing that I've Hanson thumbs up. This is the thing like that nobody's. So I went down. I made a video about it today. I went down. The real psyop is the van life people. And I've been noticing this weird van life thing. So I don't know how I got all sucked into it the last week. Started checking out van life videos, and all of them are incompetent. Every one of these people is buffoonery, dude. I'm like watching them. They're all none of them are filling out their paperwork right at borders. They're backing into stuff. They're getting deported. They're getting their stuff all ripped off. And I'm like, and they all seem to have this like crazy amount of like money underneath it. They're all like modern trustafarians, dude. It's all a scam. And I realized that I think they're all being like, conspiracy mind here. I'm putting my tinfoil hat on for this one. Because I was like, I look at their numbers. They don't have any more. Some of them have big numbers, but your average van lifer's got, 150K to 300,000 subscribers, whatever. But they're making all this dough on this thing. And I was like, how does that work on YouTube? I don't get how it works. Personally, if you don't put money in the top chat, like I don't make any money on YouTube. It really is crowdfunded. And so one of them was talking about it. And it kind of dawned on me that this is the CIA used to sponsor backpackers back in the day. Like that's how they used to do it. Is they'd sponsor like backpackers that go backpacking around. And I'm convinced that the van life people are the new like CIA operatives going and dumb fucking around in these foreign countries. I use profanity again. Oops, twice, 2 strikes, 3 strikes, I'm out. And because they're total Barneys. I'm watching them and I'm like, what? How are they pulling this off? Like, how are they not getting just like robbed? Well, they are. I saw one where they did get robbed. And because if you're like, so if I were some sort of kook out there who had a bad bone in his body, let's say, I would be online searching van life videos and I'd be like, so where are these people? And I would go and I would kidnap them. Especially if they're in any sort of like country south of here or even Europe. Because they always got this like one hot chick and one Barney dude. And I'm like, how are these people getting around with these cameras and these drones and just like freewheeling about like, about shoot videos, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, dude, something's up with this. No way are these people that ass backwards getting away with it. It's too weird. And I haven't really bothered to get into the whole van life video thing ever. Like, I don't care. I lived in my own rad bitchin' pickup truck for like a decade. Dude, these van life people got nothing on me, man. I used to run I wish I'd had a video camera back then. I'd be rich. I'd be like YouTube rich. Oh. Yeah. All right. So why were this Lando Williams? I'm getting back to you on this one. The reason you use the van lifers is because the way the CIA does these people is they just send them out. They're just out in the territory, bobbing around, right? And they don't actually know it that they're being financed that way, and they're just, maybe they do. Maybe their kids. I don't get how these kids are doing. Like, these people are doing it. They obviously have either trust funds or are being financed by the secret Google corporations. You would know if I'm a CIA operative, dude. I'd tell you. Rich kids. Yeah, because they are that kind of stupid. But if I was like sitting in wherever CIA bunker number 6 was, I'd be like, hey, dude, like, let's finance them via Google. Let's push these kids into these parts of like South America and Central America in their vans, dude, and see what happens, dude. That'll tell us something. And then they have because the way the technology works, they can fully track them nowadays. As long as they're uploading, they're like, well, the van is moving around. Let's see where, oh, look, the van's going over here. It must be safe. Like, these Barneys haven't been murdered yet. Oh, it must be safe over there. You know, and then when one goes off because guaranteed one of the things we're not hearing about in the normal world is the number of van lifers disappearing, like where their just feed drops, like, man, and they no longer are broadcasting anymore because they've been disposed of. Yeah, unsolved mysteries, 411s, dude. Yeah, we all have our tracking devices. They're getting eaten by Bigfoot. See, Jake knows, dude. Shout outs, Brody 36. Barneys, dude. I don't like boomers either, dude. I don't like millennials. I don't like boomers. I don't like GXers. I really don't like people at all. But, you know, God doesn't transmit his message except through other human beings. Chile's not. Santiago is. I get it, man. The high school kids don't like their so, you know, if you followed this channel, you know I've been to Santiago, and they have an awesome subway system. They really do. They're I love Santiago's a great city. But you know, a lot of people are bad. A lot of more people are good, dude. Move to Indiana. The humidity out there sucks, dude. I used to spend summers by the shores of Lake Maxinkuckee in Indiana. The humidity. Lando and Williams, what's happening? I'm going to be in Hermosa in the spring. All right, man. Hit me up. I'll come on down. Kokomo. I always like the Kokomo. Big depopulation coming. A lot of people will line up for it. Well, maybe. I don't know. You know, I was talking to someone the other day, an older person, a boomer, and I realized that the pessimism's in, dude. See, I'm an optimist. I was riding my it's still on my new mountain bike video I have to edit together. So I got a flat tire today, right? Yeah, I'll tell a story here. So I made a whole video about this. So I got a flat tire today because I've been fully like getting into it, and I forgot to bring the patch kit, right? Because it's in the mail. I ordered it, hasn't come, but I have the CO2 and the little, I have the little thing, right? But I don't have the patch kit, so I went for a ride, and I know I've been in the back of my mind. I'm like, I'm getting pretty far out there, dude. I'm gonna get a flat tire out here because I'm in the desert. There's pokey things everywhere. I'm gonna get a flat tire one of these days, and well, today was the day. So I was about a mile and a half out, and I got the flat, and I'm like, geez, dude. Of course, I don't have the patch. I have the patch. I don't have a backup tire. I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? I'm like, I get the dunce hat on, or so I'm doing my penalty lap, dude. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna just walk back, no big deal. I'm gonna take my penalty lap, and this dude Robert comes by, super nice guy. He has all the stuff, but he doesn't have any glue for the patch, dude, because his is run dry. So we have this comedy of errors moment where we got, he realizes his patch kit sucks, and my thing. So I'm cruising in, walking back, and so a bunch of people are stopping. Hey man, can I help you out? And I'm like, nah, I'm doing my penalty lap, dude. I forgot to bring my stuff. I deserve to walk home. Yeah, it's just not that far, dude. And I don't want to interfere with anybody. I already had my humans. But so I noticed two things. The first thing is I'm like, these people are stopping to offer help, and I'm like, man, that's so nice. People are cool, and I'm like, I wonder why people aren't this cool out there. Like, yeah, we're back in the woods, and people we're taking care of each other, and like that's nice, man. And it makes me super sad all of a sudden. Like I'm like, man, like that's kind of sad in the inverse way. And then I was thinking about I really am an optimist, man. I truly believe the best in people. I truly believe humanity is going to pull it all off. And, we're going to overcome this interest-bearing currency shackles and this warmongering. And I truly believe that us as human beings have the ability to overcome this thing. Maybe not. I don't know. But I'm gonna root for the we overcome. We shall overcome. And but then I have another epiphany. I realize that the only people that stopped to help me were people that weren't wearing the spandex mountain biker uniforms. All the spandex logoed up mountain biker guys, zoom, zoom, zoom. The only people that stopped to help were the people dressed like me in their shorts and their hat and we're all geared up. But it was anyone wearing spandex, zoom. Anyone wearing like regular shorts and a t-shirt, stopped. I just thought it was an interesting observation that there's a certain group of bike people that are ultra cool, and then there's these people wearing these freaking outfits. Because I've been out there riding now, like I'm going for it. I'm getting way back in there and climbing stuff and really challenging myself. And I was like, every ride I have the thought, if you ever catch me in the spandex, dude, call me out, dude. Don't ever let me get in the spandex, man. Just don't ever let me get that stuff on me, dude. Don't ever, no, ever. And, I always have that thought. And part of my thought process is like, it's so like uptight and judgmental and all that kind of stuff, right? Because, you're too cool for spandex, whatever. I'd never wear it. But today I had my realization that the kind of person that wears a uniform to go bike riding, just insert them in the China dialogue. All right? You shouldn't wear spandex for any reason. You shouldn't wear any outfits that have some sort of lame logo on them, dude. That is for some corporation. Nobody looks good in spandex. Spandex, always a red flag. And I'm sure there's some out there who wear their funny clothes. It's just so weird to me. But I just noticed that the spandex tight wearing mountain bike crowd offered no help. Too busy ripping, man. Shredding the shredding to stop and offer some Barney who forgot his flat tire kit some help. But one of those two, I go, hey, I'm an idiot because I didn't. So now I went to the I went and I got tire kit. I got my tube in the back. Like I got stuff to help like 4 people with flat tires out on the trail. Because I was like, because I liked it. I liked the fact that these people offered assistance. And I was like, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be the dude with the flat tire kit that sees the Barney without his flat tire kit and is like, hey, man, can I help you pump up your tire to continue your ride? So I did this thing, right, where so I got about 1.5 miles up the trail. I get the flat tire. I walk back to the car, and I was like, whatever, day's over. And then I have this encounter with this dude, Robert, man, this old dude who was like, and we get to laughing about us not having kits. And he was the first person I talked to all day long, my first human encounter of the day. And it was just this marvelous encounter with this dude. And I was like, after I was done talking to him I was like, I'm gonna go drive up to Camarillo, get my stuff. I'm coming back. I'm gonna nail this trail today. I'm gonna nail it, dude. I did. I came back. It took me. I was like, I went to the Target. Was like the one thing Target didn't have was tire patch kits. So I was like, I had to go find it. I had to go to a Big Five. And blah, I had to drive around. Saw the pot plants on the side of the road. I get back. I do the thing. I had a great ride, man. But it was the thing. But I guess what I'm getting at is I didn't quit. I persevered. Because I could have called it, I got a flat, whatever. Game over. And I was like, nah. We don't have Toys R Us anymore. Yeah. The Toys R Us got killed. Guaranteed the kit was made in China, dude. Guaranteed I got it at Big Five, dude. Everything's made in China, dude. It's all got China stamped on it, dude. It blows my mind. So, when you point the finger, there's 3 pointing back at you, right? Yeah. 1/10 the price, dude. Yeah, well, whatever, dude. I just don't like the censorship. They want to pump out like cheap plastic and have slave labor going on in their country. That's fine. Like, that's fine. Like, just be open about it. Like, hey, you should be able to call them out. Like, what? Don't be afraid to be like a slave nation. Like, be open about it. Like, yeah, we're a slave nation. Don't move over here. I mean, that's the people in Hong Kong, People in Hong Kong, I think look, I have this theory about the people in Hong Kong. They know that it's a hopeless situation for them. They're trying to tell us in America. The young people in Hong Kong are like, hey, yo, America, wake up, yo. America, wake up. The old slaves, the taxes, you're never going to get it, dude. Open the button for sure. Samoan says. Yeah. Well, I don't hate California per se. I hate what California's become. California's rad, dude. Except for all the weirdos who've taken it over and turned it into like some weird cesspool. I don't get the marketing. Like, I don't get the marketing campaign. Like, and I realize what it is it's defiling. It's about, you're taking the Golden State and you're bending it over and you're just sodomizing California. And it's basically to just be like, look, America, we're taking California and we're ruining it. So have fun in Iowa. Like, you know what I mean? And there's a defiling going on. Because I've been trying to figure out, like, what? Like, how does this make any sense if you're, like, in California. Like, and people in California are starting to get pissed, by the way. Like, I even hear like full on progressives starting to be like, this blows, dude. Like, what are these people up to, man? See, that's the thing. But I think they've already lost. I don't think the progressives or whoever they are going to wake up, because they bought into this progressive concept as defiling, not real progress. That's again, we're hijacking of words, right? The progressives have hijacked the word progressive, and progressive is supposed to be making things better, not making things worse. But they've taken it just like George Orwell. They're using the words against us, and progress away from politically correct. I don't know, man. I don't have it. Like, that's the weird thing is someone was talking about, like, you know, the trans. I could care. I don't think anyone really cares. We just don't want to promote it to our kids, the children. Just keep the trans thing out of the children, dude. So. The running joke I've got going on is so for about 2 weeks, Owl decided that he was a black dragon. Like, if you'd ask Owl, like, you know, sitting here, he's like, what are you? He's like, I'm a black dragon, dude. I go, you're Owl. He's like, no, I'm a black dragon. I'm a full black dragon. And now he's not a black dragon anymore. He's Owl again. Like, but for like 2 weeks, he was a black dragon. And my running joke is, and people get super like cringy when I say this. I'm like, you know, I was like a black dragon for 2 weeks. And they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, it's a good thing we didn't get the surgery. And they're like, you know? I mean, that's how insane it is to take and do anything to the children. Like, he was a black dragon. Rawr, he's running around. Rawr. You know, good thing we didn't start black dragon hormone therapy, dude, right? Because he changed his mind. Yeah, so, you know. I'm a black dragon too. Owl's a real black dragon though, dude. Arr. He's got this pretty good dragon mask he likes to wear around and scare people with, dude. It's pretty epic. I went up to the thrift store and found a rad one for. Where's his black dragon mask? I don't know. He must have it with him, ready to jump out of a bush. Ah! He gets all into it. Yeah. Don't touch my. You can have the dish soap. That bottle's empty, by the way, dude. What's your thoughts on Long Beach? The place down there? I like that battleship they got. That thing's pretty sweet. I think that's in San Pedro, though. I like Channel Street. Long Beach, like, completely irrelevant to my, like, brain. It has no value. I'll be stoked that Trump shot down the Chinese owning the port of Long Beach. That's good news. The largest port in the world, dude. Kick the Chicoms out of there. Llama. Yeah, it's been a while, man. I've been yeah, thank you. It's been a moment. I haven't been in the flavor, dude. You know, kind of been working on the life stuff. all's well, but it's been that thing where like I can't get too fired up in the stream mode because life's hectic. USS Iowa, dude, that thing's rad, dude. Do you spearfish? Nope. We talked about Chile. The kids are rioting for the fairs. Seems like a little bit too well organized for me, man. I gotta ask this. It seems like a setup. I haven't really dug too much into what's going on down in Santiago about the subways, but I could see a bunch of high school kids getting super annoyed about the fares going up on the subway. But that seems to be the cover story about what's really going on. I don't know, man. Chile seems like a pretty organized country, dude. It seems like I don't know if that's the place you want to go messing up, dude. Like they've been through it all already. Who knows, dude? That's it. It's just the subway fares. Well, they just lower the subway fares. It's fine. I don't know, man. It seems like there's more going on. It's a little like I was checking it out briefly today, and you know more than the president. The president of Chile or the president of the United States? That guy's got his hands full. I'm not convinced. Please, but I don't know what the information you're sharing is, because if it's strictly about a fare hike, like how much did they raise that? That's what I didn't get. Like how much did they raise the subway fare? Like okay. How much did Diego? How much did they raise the subway fare? Like 100%, 10, like 400, like that's what I don't get. No, just a little bit, right? See, I don't get like how but what like let's say the subway fare was $1, right? How much is it now? That's what I don't quite. See, I'm telling you, it's not the subway fare is because look, the one thing I know is most of those it's not the sub because their parents are letting them do it. There's something else going on. So it went up like 20%. All right. I get it. That's a lot over the course of a year. I'm telling you, man, it seems like there's something more going on because Chile is such a well-organized country and it's been through such a shitstorm. And it's got this new life coming. I'm sure it's not the globalists trying to like do their thing and use the kids to bring down the army. And next thing you know, you shoot a couple kids, you piss off the adults, and then it's blah. That's what I mean is it seems like something else is going on. I mean, Chile's known for its civil disobedience, but it's also known for its like public executions too. So yeah, I didn't like seeing that. But I just can't believe that there's that much chaos over a subway fare. I mean, if they tripled it, I would understand. A 4% increase. Tanks in the streets. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, the one thing I know about high school kids are they're super susceptible to propaganda. So it seems to me that somebody organized all these high school kids. These high school kids didn't just like wake up and be like, we're going to go like, it was funded somewhere. It's like that goofy chick from the the angry girl who talked at the UN. That's all coming from like a finance thing. So we got to figure out what they're trying to do by getting all these kids in the street. Because I'm telling you, man, I know the high school kids aren't that motivated. They're not for 20 cents to go to school. You get that they're trying to like battle subway fares to go to school. And the subway, I get the subway system's not, I mean, it's very good. I will say this, the subway system in Santiago is very nice. But then again, I see them burning something doesn't make sense. So I need more information. So Diego, my email's down below. Send me whatever you got. I will fully get on the horn on that one. Because I do have a love for Chile and Santiago and what the horrible economist of the 1970s did to your country, dude. Yeah, send me the information. Give me some Coney 2024. Yeah, I think that's AOC. AOC is the Coney 2024, by the way. I don't know if you guys caught my AOC video. Links down below. Go to the Bag on Your Head channel, and they've pretty much just been AOC videos. But I got a new wig, and I'm using the lipstick now. I got to get some hoop earrings. That's the next thing I need is the hoop earrings. Oh yeah, Coney 20. But everyone bought. I even bought into that for like a night. That was like early YouTube, like hyper, and it was so well produced. You couldn't watch if you were that night, the first night the Coney thing hit YouTubeville. What was that? 7 years ago? The first night that hit 2012, Coney 2012, right? So let's do the math. So 7 years ago. If you were there that first night it came on, it was compelling. You were like, whoa, it was very well done. And you were like, whoa, I need the kit. Like, let's get this dude. And then, within like 48 hours, people were like calling, how did this happen? It's like that crazy van life girl that got like 2 million subscribers overnight. Yeah, she's got the googly eyes. Yeah, so of course he had a naked meltdown on drugs on this. They were done with him. That's the only way they were like. No one's interviewed that dude since. No one's found the Coney 2012 who has the meltdown on the street in his underwear on drugs. Nobody's Vice channel or one of these goofy ass channels hasn't tracked that dude down and interviewed him. That's questionable in itself. No one's made a documentary about this guy. No one's dug into the Coney 2012 dude. Where is he today? Right? That'll tell you even more of what a CIA con job it is. Did Oprah interview him? Before or after? He got suicided by Epstein, dude. I heard Epstein's down at the Starbucks at Trancas right now, dude. He's running around right now, dude. When did Oprah interview him? After or before after? Is that just your average mental breakdown, man? The guy has an office in Santa Monica with this sketchy. Huh. All right. Oprah is Coney, dude. What's your take on Michael Jackson? He's the king of pop, dude. I don't know enough, man. I don't know. Thriller was a great album, dude. Yeah. In Gary, Indiana. Wasn't Michael Jackson born in Gary, Indiana? Don't go into debt. Any advice for young people? Don't go into debt. Do not take a college loan. Do not take a college loan. Repeat, do not take a college loan. Do not go into debt if you're a young person. Don't do it. There's my advice for young people. No, I would not. There was a different time when I went to college, dude. College wasn't even that expensive back in the day. Well, at least old people know what they're getting into. Dude, credit cards work fine as long as you don't like let it roll over. I use credit cards all the time. I don't ever let the balance kick over to the next. That's how you play the credit card game, dude. They're really just the 30-day extension. The whole, and you can do the deferred interest thing. If you have 2 credit cards, you just kick it over the deferred interest thing, and you got 12 months to pay it off anyhow, dude. No interest. Yeah, you always pay your credit card balance. That's the secret. That's how that you do it. You never let the balance kick over to the next month, ever. Rule number 1, dude. But then again, I didn't have a credit card in my wallet till I was 45. I knew intuitively to avoid. I remember them at school. I get the thing, and I was like, "Nah, no, thank you, no, thank you." Yeah, just use them like a debit card, exactly. But dude, you can look. I'll tell you this: like, you're insane not to have a credit card for an emergency situation, because this is how you do it, right? You got 2 credit cards. You keep both of them zeroed out. You have one in case something happens. I don't know. Your tranny blows. You get 4 flat tires. You need to go to the dentist all of a sudden, whatever it may be. You charge on that credit card. Then you call your other credit card and you go, dude, do you have it? What are your promotional balance rate transfer things? And then you transfer that balance onto the other credit card for a 12-month thing, and then no interest, and then it works. It's a 2-move thing. It costs you like $50, dude. Just FYI. It comes in handy. Let me tell you, dude. Every now and then you need to you need to cover your ass, dude. Yeah, it's pretty basic, man. Cause you can get them, dude. Like I have one credit card that's all I use it for. I'll charge some stuff. It'll get hectic, and then I'll just shink. Like I had to get some dental work done back in January. It was like $3,000. Like I had to get it done. I'd been bogging, right? So I charged it on the one credit card. I waited till it cycled through. So that was almost 30 days, right? So it kicked on to the next balance due. Then you got 30 days from that point on. And then that's when I called. When it kicked into the thing and it was balance due, I called in. I said, hey, I need to do a balance transfer. What's your promotional package, dude? And they go, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then I transferred it. So actually it was the first month was just sit back. The next month was like, and then the way it works is it kicks in 30 days later. So it becomes like a 14-month thing. If you use the dates on the thing and when it moves around, you got to play the game back at them, dude. By the way, dude. I haven't drank any Celsius. I had a kombucha. That's it. A little bit of coffee. Why would you go to Burger King, dude? I'm gonna put you on timeout for even talking about Burger King on any level. HC 1997. I'm just joking around with you, dude. Come on, Matthew Horowitz. That's old news, dude. We're woke to all that stuff, dude. And one of my main tenets is, dude, you never get global warming doesn't matter as long as we've got interest-bearing currency on this planet. Like, what's the point? Who's that next? Sure. What up next podcast? Yeah, man, I'll play along, dude. I'll play along. I do. I play along, dude. Ever worked at a restaurant? Now I work for a catering company. Did I ever work for a restaurant? No, work for a catering company. That's like a restaurant. What happened last Sunday? I don't know what did happen last. That was like a week ago. Couldn't. No idea. The Sunday stream. I think I stayed up late. What do you do when you want to grow up? I want to get barreled. Yeah, it seems like something else is up, Diego. Nowhere the kids that unless they're just like on something else. Something else is going on, dude. Any advice for people trying to hold down a job, dude? Show up and do your very best and be of service to the people around you by being an all-star employee, dude. If you're gonna go to work, you might as well go to work with a positive mental attitude, man. And lift the frequency of those around you, or what's the point? Someone took out Elijah Cummings. How about that old fart just died? Why would anyone want to take him out? Mr. Corrupt Baltimore guy? Seemed like that dude was doing a great job. And maybe there's just too much attention drawn on the corrupt city of Baltimore and its Democratic minions turning it into a cesspool. And they were like, damn, dude, we can't let this go on anymore. Too many people. No, don't get a job with good people. Be the good person that gets up. Be the good person. You just be the good person. Whatever job you got, that's the job you got. So you be the good person. Lift the frequency of those around you. Don't be dependent upon those around you to lift your frequency. That's not their job. Your job's to lift their frequency. That's how it works. If you're waiting for someone else to make your day better, dude, you're already making someone else's day worse. You know what I mean? Your job's to make their day better, and that'll make your day better. When you help someone else, you help yourself. That's what I meant. That's what the whole thing on the bike thing today. Like the flat tire was a blessing because this dude got to stop and like we had a cool chat and he was super positive and he wanted to help me. And what did that make me do? It made me want to help someone, right? I didn't wait around like that dude wasn't waiting around for me to cheer him up. He was like, let me help you out, dude. And I was like, that's cool. And he's like, no, like, come on. And I was like, all right. and then it's spontaneous. So if you're waiting around for someone to cheer you up, then you're going to be waiting a long time. Go cheer somebody else up. That's the secret, dude. LOL. Don't worry about it, Jake. It's all good. There's a total ghost behind me. A black dragon. So, all right, dude. On that note, man, I think I'm reading the Dale Carnegie book about being a better person and having better people skills. One of the topics was all about using the name tags. Yeah, the name tags, dude. That's the secret. $7-Eleven was a part-time job. Thank you, Biker Benny. 7-Eleven was a part-time job. Chick, chick, ting. So I'm going to get going here. You can, if you want to make a donation to the channel, feel free. Like, whatever, man. We're trying to fire this engine back up over here in my Department of Spaceship Earth, dude, from the control center. But, yeah, dude, I was fun checking in tonight. And, you know, use the name tags, lift somebody else's spirits, and don't take it all so seriously, dude. Have some fun with it. And just go check out the Antiquitech. Antique technology, Antiquitech. That's my clue for the evening. Oh, I forgot about one thing I wanted to talk about. So I heard about on this Antiquitech channel I'm checking into. I won't say the name of it because I don't need it. No trolls should go over there. It's a great channel. You'll know when you get there. And I probably liked one of their videos in my like thing. Yeah, maybe. And did you know that there's a company in Texas that has built a Tesla coil, like a Tesla tower? That's against the rules, man. That's a full party foul. No caller ID, dude. Who answers a phone call with no caller ID, dude? Not me. Not this guy. That's for sure. I don't answer any numbers I don't know. You don't leave a message. And so they're in Texas somewhere, some company has actually built a Tesla tower all about broadcasting energy. It's just look it up. It's somewhere in I want to say outside of Arlington, Texas. And I went to the website, checked it. If it's a hoax, it's a pretty deep layered hoax. But the company seems fairly legit. Yeah, well, you know, Mr. Reed T, I go off on that one all the time. In fact, I don't even like to mention that dude's name. Nikola Tesla, just Antiquitech all the way along. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, or I'll just keep chit chatting. Thank you for pushing for Chile. So it's all right. I'm on my room and I can listen to shots. It's on now. I'm on my room and I can listen to the shots of the shoulders guns. Jesus. Let me go check it out. Diego, send me some links. And yeah, dude, send me some links, dude. We can't have that going on. We can't have them shooting at children. That ain't right. All right, you got my email, Diego. So I'm gonna get going here. I'm gonna go check out and see what is going on down in Santiago. I don't like the tone. Joe Shear, been cranking those gears, brother. I'm becoming some fast food, getting faster every day. All right, you guys. Good night.